A new season of Ranked Resurgence is upon us, and it feels amazing to be back on Rebirth Island. And if you're somebody who solo queues, you might be looking forward to playing on the map, but you're definitely not looking forward to playing with randoms. It always feels like every time you queue in a solo queue match, you have no idea how things could go. It could be a disaster, or you could win by almost pure luck, it feels like. And so, because of that, I decided to come up with a series called Ranked Exposed, where we take random players from our Discord and pair them together to make a extremely random team and see if they can actually carry someone to a win or if they want to sell the bag. And the point of this series is to find out, are these players valid or are these players trash? And so really quickly, even before I get a chance to give a real introduction, we have some extreme action, and welcome to Rebirth Island as I say that. So first things first, we're gonna have our boy Scythe, who ended off last season at Diamond 3, and we're also pairing him with two randoms that also finished in Platinum and also Diamond of last season. We have Carnage and also Doc. And it looks like right off rip, we actually won our landing, and now we're gonna try and loot up as quickly as we possibly can. I think we got a couple kills on the board, so we're feeling pretty decent. And one of the biggest differences you'll notice between Rebirth and Fortune's Keep is that you're gonna have to fight for your life no matter where you go. The gunfights are going to be extremely close together. You'll notice that there's not gonna be nearly as many very long range gunfights. There's always gonna be people inside the sniper tower, and that's unfortunately something that you just can't avoid because people, for whatever reason, they love that tower. But for the most part, we are gonna be able to get ourselves inside a lot of buildings and get a lot of really up close and personal fights with these SMGs. Right now, still just trying to loot up, get a little bit more money so we can get our loadout down. One thing like I had mentioned before as well is that getting loadout down is going to be a little bit more difficult just because of how much fighting we're going to have to do. We kind of got pushed to the edge of the map. We tried to go for a little bit of a colder drop, or a safer drop if I can say that, and we had to fight right away. There's really no place that you're going to be able to land and just get your loadout and be able to loot safely and calmly and quietly without being interrupted. But ultimately, we did get our loadout down in about 3 minutes or so, 2.5 minutes, so that's not too bad considering we also did have to fight at the beginning of the game. We're gonna be running some new meta classes as well. We got the SOA and also the Renetti, which is insanely broken. If you're not using it right now, you definitely should check it out. And since we got our loadout down, let's listen into our team and see what they're gonna be working with as far as where they're going to be pushing and what kind of action they're gonna be finding.
Oh, I'm fucking dead here.
He's horny. He's horny.
Dead. There's 2 more on me.
Drop down low.
Yeah. Got your help.
Thank you.
Beneath me. It's not a wipe, he's flying back in.
So some pretty solid comms coming out from the team. Everybody playing relatively calmly, coordinating pretty well, and also getting some solid flanks out of Scythe there to clean up that first team. Not quite getting a squad wipe just yet, but at least able to pick up a couple kills and clear out what used to be called Nova 6. As an old school Rebirth player, I'm going to be honest, I have not memorized the changes of some of the names of these buildings, but for the OGs out there, you know this is Nova 6. Okay, gonna be pushing our way down towards living quarters. We see some other pings on the map, and if you see, as we get these UAVs up, absolute pandemonium in every area of the map. It doesn't matter where you go, there's going to be action in and around you. Okay, pushing up into living quarters here, looking for more players just straight across from us, looking for the pings on our mini map, trying to see what we can find. We've got some players over towards tents as well. We're definitely scouting out somebody in front of us in this green building here. We got players right in front. The Renetti just putting in insane work. I'm not even sure that was a team shot or what, but this gun is broken. Okay, solid cleanup by our boys. Moving forward towards tents. Carnage is in trouble on the outside of our building. I think he got down by somebody over by tents, trying to get the help over the top. A crazy amount of wall bangs. This could be our game right here. Everybody has a self. We got to get up quickly. We got to back up immediately. If we're not getting full sent by this team, then they're selling the bag. I don't know how we got up right here. Right outside of our building, allowing us to get up and also out of our own building, pushing towards tents right now. Getting it down, I don't know how. I don't know how we're still alive right now. This team completely sold by not pushing in. They had 3 of us down selfing. Guys, if you take away anything from what just happened right now, you got to look at your kill feed. You absolutely have to look at your kill feed, because they had us dead to rights and they just did not capitalize, and all of a sudden they're getting reversed by pure gun skill and being out of position. And that was a squad wipe where we should have been kicked out of this game right there. That should have been the end. But however, we capitalized on game sense and knowing the situation, whereas the enemies did not. Okay, got players back in the green building, getting another down, absolutely slammed by the SOA, trying to get some wall bangs, kind of like what happened to them earlier. Okay, Gonna get it down right here. Looking for the pings. We got 2 more guys in the building pushing us. We got the high alert behind us. Gotta close the door. This breaks line of sight. Let's see if they push into here. We hear the footsteps getting closer, but they are gonna play the window as a head glitch. Okay, it's backing up a little bit. Just trying to re-engage with this team. Guys up on the top window, got to be careful here. Gonna go down, jumping in full sending us on the side of our building. Scythe is gonna go down. Unfortunately catching Scythe, but he's gonna be resurging, coming right back and gonna probably try and land on his loot right here. He's trying to get back down, get back into the action, back to full power as soon as possible. But before he does, tries to help with some shots over the top. Okay, Carney's gonna clean that up, able to throw down a smoke and also get our stuff back. And guys, really quickly, if you're someone who is playing solo, I highly encourage you to use the comment section of this video as a forum if you're trying to find teammates. Because like I said before, if you're genuinely tired of playing solo queue with absolutely random teammates who are selling the bag and you're trying to take this game seriously, you're trying to hit Diamond, you're trying to hit Crimson, or even go for Iridescent, you need some solid teammates. I highly recommend using the comment section, trying to make some friends, or at the very least, join the Discord. Like I had mentioned before, the serious players are joining the Discords and playing with each other. Like I had mentioned, these players are all from the Discord. They had never played together before, and they're actually doing pretty solid. And as I say that, Scythe actually sitting on 9 kills in a ranked game. So he's feeling pretty solid. If they were to go out right now, going probably like around plus 35, 36, somewhere in that range, wouldn't be too terrible. Okay, we got players above us. Gonna try and break back inside. We have pretty solid holds down towards stronghold or security, but we can't really get out towards the edge of the street simply because we got mortars on top of us. We got the counter UAV, and also people are trying to pepper us from our side towards tents and also headquarters as well. Okay, pushing back over towards control. A classic building. If you're someone who has not jumped into Rebirth ranked yet, this is absolutely a building that you have to learn. The building that is to our right currently, I'm not sure if we're actually going to go inside of it just because there's no real action just there yet, but this is an iconic building. I don't know what this guy's doing. He's taking a nap, playing the absolute wrong game, but he got world starred by our team. Everybody getting their taps as well. That guy, he was just hoping that he would wake up in another dimension. I think he just did. We're gonna get a portable. We got a gold gassy, so we're feeling pretty good. Gonna be pushing right by control here, not going to be stepping into it because we really don't need to, just based on our rotation. So right here, I'll be trying to get towards top prison next. The way that this map is designed, you don't really have to have these huge long rotations like you did in Fortune's Keep. It's much closer together and there's so much cover. Right now, this is like the only area in the map besides a little bit of stronghold where you're in no man's land. There's so much cover. There's even tunnels down to the left as well. We're going to throw on this radar. See some players underneath us, definitely in the tunnels. We got one player above us as well. I'm not sure if he's flying or just sitting straight above us. But just like that, out of danger, inside, and now we can start getting mixy if we need to. We're also full threat, being hunted as well. The whole team's sticking together just now, right now. Good pickup on the mortar. So here we got to be a little bit careful. Got ops right in front of us. I probably wouldn't have shot that just yet, just because there's so many spots for this enemy to break line of sight. So now if we can jump on top of him, there's a bunch of lanes down on the far side of prison where this enemy can get help over the top. Okay, we got a PA over top of us. We got to be careful here. Gonna get this down. And just really quickly while we're here, let's listen in a little bit to hear what the comms are like in this chaotic moment.
Me.
Yeah, they do.
Shit.
Did you forget that?
Forgot about that part. Whoops.
Roof right now.
I don't see him. I want my
He's
elo.
gone.
I want my elo.
We want my elo.
Where is he? Is he dead? Dead?
We need to watch the stairs behind us.
Oh, nice job, man.
For certain.
We're beneath
Watch-
me,
Yeah, they're
running
pushing
away.
towards the
here by
stairs now.
yellow ping.
Pushing towards the stairs now.
They just drill charge, like, so they're like on our one below us, one floor beneath us.
And just like that, getting a couple more kills, feeling fantastic, having a good time. The boys are laughing and getting some good chemistry going. Like I had mentioned, this is their first time playing all together, boys. It actually is insane that if you were to join the Discord, you could have some solid teammates and getting some serious SR, 78 SR on the board already for Scythe. I'm not sure what the other players are looking like right now, but you can't be mad at this at all. Great shots on top prison over towards Nova. Sniping right back at us. We gotta be careful. We're gonna break line of sight, just dropping down. Somebody trying to push up into our stairs, and this is where it's time to get mixy. Don't be afraid here at this point. With Resurgence disabled, you got to try and push up on some players. They're going to try and take your high ground and put themselves in the choke point just like that in the stairs, and we can just collapse on them and take them out. Here's some footsteps behind us a little bit. Headquarters trying to do a pre-stun. Not going to hit anything, but he does. Side does believe that there is somebody coming out of there, and there absolutely is. Doc jumping on that just in case, for whatever reason, they happen to be able to scurry away from us. Oh, a huge snipe coming up from behind, in front of us. Sorry, top of Nova. This is a scary spot to be in. Once again, mortar down. Gonna have to burn that. Gonna have to burn that self-revive. And I will say, for players who are watching, it is definitely better, and I highly recommend burning a self-revive and wasting $4,000 versus, for whatever reason, if Carnage tried to play the hero role right there, or Doc tried to get a revive there, there's a chance that this mortar hits them and downs them both, and that could potentially be their game, or they'd be in a 3v1 situation. Okay. Although we have low ground, we're not necessarily in a terrible spot just because we have pull. Lots of players landing in on Nova, but we have some positioning on them. Gas is gonna be pushing them out, or it is pushing them out a little bit on the slow side. We got a armor box down as well. So we're not in a terrible spot. Whole team alive as well. 127 SR on the board too. So we are absolutely cooking right now. Okay. Got a team down. Bottom, Nova just down in front. We've almost gone full circle back to where we started the game, actually. Huge shots coming out. Another mortar on top of us. A PA going down. I was going to say, Doc has to back up. He was right inside that PA, but able to get the heads up on the mini-map and able to get out of there. Huge holds right now. This is outrageous holds. Great kills, 14 kills on the board for Scythe as well. He's actually going crazy. Speaking of which, nearly dying as I say that without having a self-revive. And just like that, that's actually going to be the game. That's going to be the game, just like that. And ladies and gentlemen, it turns out that our boys are in fact very valid, dropping 14, 8, and 8 for a combined 30 kills and a ranked dub. Guys, if you learned something new, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. And once again, thanks for watching.